Hey guys. So one of the first steps that I took on my baby steps to bushcraft was to learn archery. So about 3 months ago, I took an archery class. Um, I was the only person above the age 10 in the class. and after the class was done, I wanted to find a way to do it more often. So I joined a league a couple weeks later. So I bought this diamond bow. Um, It was one of the more inexpensive ones that they had at the archery shop. It was about $2.99. Um, Comes with the whisker biscuit rest, which a lot of people don't like, but it seems to work fine for me. I got a index release and some arrows. So about 4 days later, after I got the bow and the equipment, the league started. Um, I'm going to go through like how my shooting has evolved, starting with the very first day, the practice one, or during the class. We shot for probably about 45 minutes. That was at 10 yards. And then when I bought my bow, the day I bought my bow, I shot again at about 10 yards. And then the league started, and we had to shoot at 20 yards. If you're not familiar with how the scoring goes on these things, the center bullseye is 5 points, and then the next ring 4, the next ring 3, the next ring 2, and the outer ring is 1, and anything outside of that is 0 points. So the first week I started off, I got a 133. I had a lot of zeros, like at least 10 or 15 zeros, where I didn't even hit the target at all. The second week I got a 189. That week I hit 5 zeros. And then the week after I had set a goal that I wasn't going to get more than 2 zeros, and I did succeed in getting only 2. My score that week was a 205. From then on I did not get, it was a 9-week league, and I didn't get another 0 again after that week. So week 4 I got a 222, week 5 a 229, and week 6 I got a 233, which that was my best score. That's where I peaked, was week 6, which was exactly 100 points higher than what I had gotten in my initial first time. Then week 7 I dropped down to 226. My score went down, but that was the first week that I got a 24, which is, we shoot 5 arrows at a time, so the most scores you can get per turn is 25, and I got a 24. I had 4 bullseyes and a 4. That was the only time I had done that, and that was in week 7. And then in week 8 I got a 219. So my score peaked in week 6 and then slowly kind of went down from there. So still way better than where I started. So during the first 2 weeks of the league, they set handicaps for the people who, were the top shooters in there were getting 300, 299, 298. Most of the guys, that's what they were getting. But we set a handicap for the people that were, below that. And so my first 2 scores was a 133 and a 189. And so that's where my handicap was drawn from. And so I had a partner, and she was pretty new, not as new as me, but fairly new too. So both of us were actually getting better throughout the course of the 8 weeks, 9 week, but 8 weeks of actual shooting. We were both getting better throughout, so we hardly lost a round with the handicap. So at the end, we got this first place trophy. And I kind of joked with one of the guys that was there that said, they even put a little girl on the top instead of the dudes that are normally on there. I joked with one of the guys working there. I said, yeah, I go, the worst team in the whole league won. And he says, no, he goes, the most improved team in the whole league won. So that was really cool. So that's my story about my first step in the baby steps to bushcrafting. And I'm going to do more with the archery going forward, but that's step 1. So if you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.